And then you have the full moon, which is when it's in its perfection. Then it starts to wane. The waning gibbous, the last quarter, which is the third week. All right. And then the waxing Sibius. Okay. So there you have it. That's how the moon changes from week to week. Okay. And the word week we saw means phase of the moon or change of the moon. Okay. So every week is a different phase of the moon. This is really, it's plain unto the holy. I ain't gonna say it's simple. It's plain unto the holy. All right. But nevertheless, let's proceed to Leviticus 23. And just so we keeping up, right? Again, I'll read this before we segue. Right. So Sirach 43:7. From the moon is the sign of feast. Key point, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. From the moon is the sign of feast. Leviticus 23, verse 1. All right. The pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven with his glorious shoe. The pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven. Now, Salakia. Salakia. Leviticus 23. Now, I know I see Leviticus 23 at the top of my screen. Why is it on Leviticus 43? Leviticus 23, verse 1. All right, this is it. It's obviously it's something wrong because there's no Leviticus 43. All right, but anyway, disregard this phone because I'm doing this off my phone, so I don't know what the world is going on. Why it says Leviticus 43, I don't know. There is no Leviticus 43, but this is Leviticus 23. All right, the pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven with his glorious shoe. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts. All right. 6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest. All right. So the first high holy day, all right, is the Sabbath, the seventh day. And how do we know when the seventh day is? Well, we just showed you that the keeping of time goes according to the moon. All right. So the first day, right, starts with the new moon. Every first day is the new moon. Okay. Whenever a new moon comes in, it's the first day. You count 6 days. All right. So the new moon comes in at evening. You count 6 days. All right. And then it says the seventh day at evening is the day of rest. Okay. So on the seventh day, right, you would start to keep the Sabbath from sundown to sundown, right? At evening to evening. That's how the days start. All right, we're going to keep going. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord Yahweh in all your dwellings. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Here we go. All right. So it starts with verse 5. In the 14th day of the what? First month. What does the word month mean? Where does the word month come from? Moon. So in the 14th day of the first new moon. Okay. It's the first day of the week. All right. Or the first day. The new moon is always what? The first day. All right. The new moon is always the first day. We have been living in this society where it has taught us to name the days of the week. You know, after all of these pagan gods and Babylonian gods and the months, after all of these Greek and Roman idols and gods. And therefore we have been brought to utter confusion when it comes to keeping the Lord's time accurately. But everything is right here in the scriptures. All right. As the scriptures say, the things are written aforetime were written in our learning. Written for our learning. Salakia. So verse 5 says, in the 14th day of the first month at even or evening, that's what that means, is the Lord's Passover. All right. So the Passover starts when? On the 15th day. Okay, because on the 14th day at evening, all right, is what? The 15th day. And on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. 7 days you must eat unleavened bread. Okay. So when is the first month? Right? According to the calendar we keep today, the first month will be around March. All right. All right. It will be around March. Okay. Let's see. Right here. Let's see what it says for first month. All right. So when you go to this word first, right?
Strong's H2320. Chodesh. Chodesh.
The new moon. Monthly. The first day of the month. The lunar month. It's all there, man. All you got to do is diligently seek the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, and you will be rewarded. You will be rewarded if you seek the knowledge. So that proves what I was just saying about the new moon, right? So let's go here, right? Passover, right? Let's see. And it's the Hebrew word Pesach, right? I know what to look for, right? I know what to look for. So the first month, and is it a Biv or I think it's a Viv. Let me see. Yeah, here it is. All right, so let's go to Exodus 23 and 15, right? It says, thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days as I commanded thee, in the time appointed in the month of Abib. For in it thou camest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. The month of Abib. So what's the month of Abib, right? It's just the month of the Passover, right? Okay, the feast of unleavened bread, all right, is the Passover. Okay, that's the Passover. Just that you're supposed to keep the feast of unleavened bread starts the night of the Passover, right? Which we just read that in Leviticus 23. So let's get this word. Let's get this word, Abib, right? Exodus 23 and 15. I've come to realize that, actually when we do these videos, man, we're just studying for Israel. We're doing the studying for you. That's what we're doing. Because Jake don't want to study. Jake don't want to learn. Jake don't want to learn his own heritage. He wants somebody to learn it for him. All right. And ultimately, to obtain salvation, it says that you have to study to show yourself approved. All right. That you got to be diligent. All right. To make your calling and election sure. This is ultimately the process of obtaining salvation. Getting to know Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is getting to know the heritage within the will that he left behind for us. And this Holy Bible is the will for Israel. All right. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans scattered abroad. This is the heritage that you lost. This is why you don't understand who you are, who your powers are, or how to serve them, because you don't study. All right. But this is a bib.
Strong's H24. Aviv. Aviv.
Which it's Abba Yab. Abba Yab. Abba Yab. Right? Abba Yab. And this is what I want to show you. It says, month of ear forming, of greening of crop, of growing green, month of Exodus and Passover, March or April, right? So the spring, the time where things begin to turn green again, all right, around the time it says here of March or April, all right? Now we rehearse the righteous acts to the best of our ability, right? That's what we're supposed to do, all right? We're in our captivity. We have to rehearse the righteous acts. Judges 5 and 11. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers. All right. As a matter of fact, I want to do this. Let me tell you, turn off the parallel. And let me do this. It says, they that are delivered from the noise of archers in the places of drawing water, meaning slavery, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts. Leviticus 23 are the high holy days that we are to keep. Those would be righteous acts. All right. The entire Bible, all right, is the law. Okay. Even though, you know, we have the actual Torah, the books of the law, all right? The entire Bible is filled with the righteous acts that we are to perform. Though we have the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, all right, which is the law, okay? It says, there shall they rehearse the righteous acts of the Bible, of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, right, which are in the Bible, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of the Lord Yahweh go down to the gate. But the point is, we are to rehearse the righteous act. So you go to this word rehearse.
Strong's H 8567. Tanah. Tanah.
It says to recount, rehearse, tell again, Strong's definition, right? It says Tanah, rehearse, Tanah. Identical with, through the idea of attributing honor, to ascribe praise, an example, celebrate, commemorate, lament, rehearse, celebrate, commemorate, lament, rehearse. So we are rehearsing. So you rehearsing something, you're not doing it perfectly, right? But we doing them to the best. Rehearsing means doing it to the best of your ability. Okay? Doing it as best you can, right? So when it comes time to keep the Passover, all right, let's use the Passover for example, because that's what we're talking about. All right. We use the scriptures as our first source, all right, which tell us that the high holy days and the feast days revolve around the new moon. The Sabbath is kept according to the new moon, which the new moon being the first day is how we count, all right, to keep the high holy days. The first high holy day is the Sabbath.